Hello everyone. I had to work late today. It's already 8 o'clock here. So I just am going to do a quick walkthrough of the shelter automation that I built on Atrox while also making shelters, right? I need to do something useful as well. But no delivering of the shelters because that will extend the entire duration to probably an hour. So I hope today maybe half an hour or something like that, right? As long as it takes to make 48 shelters, right? And then we might also be out of soil after that. So next time I stream, I probably have to get some soil again, right? So there's that. All right, so I stream every day. If you guys want to get notified when I'm streaming, please subscribe and hit the bell icon, right? The bell icon will give you the notifications, and then you can ask questions on stream and we can do stuff together. So let's get into the game. Here we are as usual. In my spaceship, the base is fairly large, but it feels a little cramped. You know, what can I say? Um, this is how many shelters we currently have. 911. It's total coincidence. I didn't do anything on purpose there. Um, so let's get the automation started and while it's running, I will walk you through that. What can possibly go wrong? What what can possibly go wrong? Let's actually start with um, the soil centrifuge that does organic, and then I have a tiny little auto arm here that I squeezed between the two platforms. Let me zoom in a little bit so you guys can really see that. I just want to be out of the way of that auto arm because it will give me organic. I also keyed the auto arm. I call it keying with an organic because the soil centrifuge, when it runs empty, it will deposit the soil canister, the small soil canister, on the right hand side, right? I mean, there's no way else to put it. Here's the medium fluid and soil canister, right? So the small one gets deposited here, and if the auto arm isn't keyed, it will promptly deposit the soil canister over here, right? So there's that. Now, the same is true here with the, sorry for the zebra balls. The same is true here with this soil centrifuge, just makes a compound, right? So you guys can see here, this one makes compound. This is sort of the automation here. This line is the player area, right? So when I have to do stuff like, you know, helium and things like that and research, right? This line is the player area. And these are the automation lines. Let me start real quick the resin and quartz side because we need that stuff to make silicone. So here's that. So this one makes quartz, and this one makes resin. You guys see here there's 8 being filled, and there's only 4 being filled over here. So this runs out twice as quickly, right? So we will have to refill, and there's where this soil canister comes in. You have to refill this mid-production, right? Because the compound and the organic make 8 each, and the resin also makes 8, but the quartz only makes, the soil centrifuge only makes 4. So that is on the resource side, and you guys can see that I have 6 large printers here, and I have them sort of positioned here at this ledge. We'll talk about this in a while. And then there's a big hole here. Oh yeah, and there's the city that I built, right? This is the shelter city, and my little delivery rover that I'm using. It's actually a large rover to deliver the shelters. Of course, when I set up the shelters here in the front, right, I could just pull them out of the hole and put them there, right? But we have now 911 shelters, so there's a lot of them, right? We need a way to put them in the back, so this is where the rover comes in. Now let's take a look at. There is a atmospheric condenser. So I have two of them, right? I have on the player side an atmospheric condenser because I may have to do stuff. I showed you guys that earlier, right? I have this atmospheric condenser, which is currently set to helium, because some of the extra research items underground require helium, at least on the first layer. Later on, there's other things required, but on the first layer is helium. So here's the auto arm, and the auto arm is also keyed because I don't want it to like pull off this. Let me see. Can I move out a little bit? Yeah, this floodlight, right? It may start pulling off floodlights and depositing them on the. This is terrible. So you guys can actually see here at this angle very well how this is done, right? You have quartz on one side and resin on the other side, and this thing is just like continuously this chemistry lab. And by the way, I heard, is it John or Joe? Joe from System Era, right? He calls it a chem lab. Let's not call it a chem lab, right? This is not Fallout 4 where people do chems and things like that, right? Let's call it a chemistry lab, right? A chemistry lab is more innocent, I feel. So there's that. These guys are going to give me stuff if I'm not like super careful. And on this side, it's nothing special, right? The organic goes into the smelter. And then there is I'm just checking if it gave me anything. I hope not. And then there's an auto arm, and the auto arm here is also keyed with carbon, right? Because after it gets smelted, it's carbon. I think this auto arm does not necessarily have to be keyed. Although, why can't I see yeah. If I don't key it, it will pull it may very well pull. I can't get an angle to show the green circle. I mean, you guys can see it here a little bit, that it will pull the organic and not the carbon, right? So these two go into the chemistry lab, and then the final resources are being deposited in the back on these random medium storage silos. Is it called a medium storage silo? Yeah, medium storage silo, right? So the resources are being deposited there. And then I have, in my case, I have lots of printers that get easily confused. So I help them out here a little bit, but I could automate that as well. But there's many other problems. Let me elaborate. So it turns out the printers, the large printers, are a little bit buggy. I didn't have that problem with the holiday cheer event, where we had only small printers, really. Come on, are you really going to fill this up with silicone? Yes. So during the holiday cheer event, I made, I don't know how many cosmic baubles I made, a lot. I probably farmed something like 1,600 or 2,000 Astronium, something like that, and I made a lot of cosmic baubles, right? The cosmic baubles, the holiday cheer event, I got a total of 362,500 points. So it was a lot, right? The small printer worked, I want to say, flawlessly, except when it got too full, it printed underneath the base, right? But that's okay. You know, I can just go and get the cosmic baubles from under the base, and we are still good, right? But the large printers, they have a lot of problems. I don't know what it exactly is with the large printers, but sometimes I noticed the resources fall. When the printer has a problem printing, it sort of refuses to print, and it will be in a hologram state. It just shows the hologram, but it doesn't print. And this button here will be disabled. The automation button will be disabled. And the printer may or may not drop its resources onto the platform. The distance is like maybe a quarter of the diameter of the resource, just a little bit. And then the printer is borked. That's the technical term. The printer is borked. It no longer works. And you need to unbork it. You know, that's a new skill. So to unbork the printer, you basically need to take the stranded resources. Excellent, that worked really well. You need to take the stranded resources and refit them into the printer, because if something is just lying like this, the printer doesn't pick it up. It has to be connected, right? It has to be connected. So I think I will just let that do its thing, because we don't need to worry about this one. This one is going to get plenty of... Why did the mouse click not work? And here we need plastic, and we will never get enough plastic. So let's do it like this. You can fully automate it by just putting the resources here and let the printers take them. The only problem that I have is that I have two extra large storage platform Cs, right? And so I need to actually, it's not a problem of the platform. It's a problem of how much storage you have here. Before, it is possible that you see here that one dominates the other, and then the printer has to sort of wait for one of them to finish printing, to pull the resources so that more resources are being deposited. I could put the medium storage silos here and fix that problem, right? In that case, the auto arms will just position the resources, and there will not be contention on the resources, because you need two different types of resources, right? For the shelter. And you need to also have two of each type of resource. So there is a little bit, each printer needs 4, and this platform only has 4, storage points. So there's a little bit of contention. But the problem is, if I put, let's say, a medium storage silo here, what will happen is that it seems this auto arm here is somewhat more dominant, and it will pick up all the silicone and it will position it onto this platform, onto the medium storage silo, right? And so then this set of printers will never get silicone, because all the silicone has been deposited here, right? So it's a little bit challenging to get that all fixed. The idea that I had is I could have two auto arms just moving resources randomly between the platform. One moves it from here to there, the other one moves it from there to here. And they will even it themselves out, right? The resources will be sort of balanced. The problem with that is also that if an auto arm is not keyed, it will pick up plastic before it picks up silicone. There's no randomness. It doesn't do like plastic, silicone, plastic, silicone, plastic, silicone. No, it does like plastic, 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 plastic until there's no more plastic, and then it will consider doing silicone. So there is still a little bit, a few challenges with the automation, no doubt about it. There's still a few challenges. And I don't mean my automation, I mean the game, how the game does automation. Right? There's still a few challenges where people haven't really fully seen all the corner cases. Also, this hole here, I could make sort of like a slope and have the crates move down on that slope, just kind of tumble down. But I only need to print 48 crates at a time, right? By the way, these boxes are called crates. That's the official term. And so, since I only make 48 at a time, You know, I can just, and I need to stand here too. Now, let me show you what happens if I move away. Oh no, no, bad, bad. Right, let's move a little bit far away, let's say like to over here. And maybe we get lucky and we can witness. Did we witness this already? Yeah, we witnessed it. Like, that was awesome. So when I'm not here, gravity is not here. You know, I'm not joking. I'm not making this up. If I'm not here, gravity is not here. So I can do something like this, where I bounce into the box, and then the box falls. But even making the printers print on the edge only works when I'm standing here, so that gravity gets animated by the game. If I'm not standing here, the game doesn't have gravity. So yeah, there is a couple more issues. Let's go to, oh, you know what? I will need to refill quartz. Yeah, I told you guys in the beginning, I need to refill quartz. Oink. And oink. So this is now ready for soil collection. Beautiful. My research chambers are still working. Did I take a picture of this side? Maybe not. Oh no, I did take a picture of this side. It was a beautiful picture too. Now we need to take a picture on the other side. You know, because the YouTube needs pictures. It's just how it goes. And I don't want to stand here where I possibly could get... I'm trying to adjust it a little bit. Alright. It gave me one. Ah, you little rascal. The way to fix that is to put one here. It will pick it up eventually. So that's how that works, and then there's all the printers here doing the boxes. You know, I wanted to get the city as close to the base as possible. That is why I didn't bother, because I knew I need sort of like a little bit of proximity, right, between my manufacturing line and my where I set up the shelter, right? And so now the big question is, why am I doing shelters? Because I can, because we can, right? The automation is in the game, so we can do shelters, and it's sort of like a fun object. Did you guys see this? It's sort of like a fun object. By the way, shelters cannot be packaged, and they can also not be exploded with dynamite. I tried both. I think I had a shelter on Glacier that I set up to do automated research. With a research chamber and an auto arm, but the stalagmite disappeared. I don't know why. It was there all through the process when I set up the shelter, the research chamber. I even had to get like platforms, obviously, right? I did all that work, and then after some time, it just disappeared. No more stalagmite research items, samples on it, right? I don't know what happened. No idea. See, even of those two auto arms, this one was ready and this one was holding plastic. It grabbed the silicone and put the silicone down. You guys can rewind the video. Why is that happening? I don't know. There's sort of like, even when you have multiple auto arms, there's a sort of like a dominance between them. Let me take this one. See, this one is still standing. Did you guys see that? It just happened again. Look, look, look. Okay, now it deposited because this auto arm doesn't have any silicone. So this is just like mysterious. Even if you have two auto arms, right? They should be racing with each other. They are not. And it's okay that the auto arm would try to deposit something, right? And the other one comes first, and then it has to give up. It has to go back into its regular state. So there is like some kind of priority or sequence. Dude, where does this one go? Did you guys see that? It's like, it wants to run away. So that is how that works. Let me see how long I was on stream. So for 20 minutes, excellent. I had to do some work, right? So that's why I'm so late today, and well, I can only stream for a short time period. I can't do the boxes today. Wow, these boxes are really rough. So there is 911 of them. I will stop at 1,000. You guys don't need to worry. I'm not. And the only reason why I want to stop at 1,000 is because I want to see what the splitter displays. Right? Probably no one had 1,000 power before, I would assume. I mean, you can always go into creative mode, right? And do you? Oh no, 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 no! Don't! Wrong button, you know. Wrong button. Somewhere here. Right. So you can always go into creative mode and make like, 100 RTGs or something. Well, that will only give you 400 power. Okay, you would have to make 1,000 RTGs. And the problem with the 1,000 RTGs is you need to put them on something. So, look, I wasn't paying attention, no gravity again. I wasn't here, I mean, no gravity. It's only gravity when I'm paying attention to it. It's weird. It's weird. So the sort of like the constraining factor time-wise is the smelter. So plastic is typically slower than silicone because the silicone, the atmospheric condenser does manage to keep up with, oh no, ouch. The atmospheric condenser does manage to keep up with, how did you get here? With the demand, right? Because each gas canister has, it's also a good picture. But it would be kind of cooler if there would be sunshine. I think it looks better in the sun. So the atmospheric condenser is keeping up with the demand. See, I was too far away, no gravity. I know, this is like mysterious stuff. And of course, if there's no gravity, stuff is breaking, right? Also, what I noticed that the crates, they have some music that they're playing. It's a marching band. It's like kuchunku, 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 kuchunku. I don't know why they make noise. I can take a small crate and throw it on the ground. It doesn't like make endless noises, These ones just keep making noise. There's something funky. You hear that? There's something funky with them. Something that's not quite how it should be, maybe. I don't know. It's different. It's definitely different. Let me see if I can maybe go over there and show the center a little bit. Without being stuck with anything. Just taking some screenshots. Not sure what I will do yet. Yeah, when I'm around, there's gravity. That is so funny. So the all time somehow communicate with each other. I'm like, dude, I'm going. Okay, then I won't put anything. It's weird. It's really weird. And again, you know, I only do like 48 trades at a time because this is how much you get with 5 medium fluid and salt canisters. By the way, the only fluid that you can put in there is hydrogen. There's no other fluids in the game anymore. This is kind of far. It tumbled quite a bit. Let me see if I can. So we're just going to wait until this runs out. And I think it already ran out. The quartz is completely out. This is completely out. So I will actually position these ones here. Why did not that didn't work for some reason? Yeah, see, that's the reason why there's a work light, so that I keep my distance. They should have like guardrails or something in the game, I feel. You know, that would be really cool. This way you wouldn't run into your own automation. I think it's still the beginning of the automation. There's like lots of things that are not working properly. Like the exo request platform is not automated, you know. Doesn't no automation. I also made the hydrazine automation on Silva. You guys might be able to just search my channel for hydrazine and watch a video of how that works. And you know, because there's like so many things to consider, like there's no gravity when I'm not around, you know, those kind of things. The printers get bugged. If I'm around, the printers work well, but if I'm not watching the printers, they get bugged. In the beginning, I used to deliver the packages. So if I drove all, you know, away from the base, the packages would, the printers would get bugged, the packages wouldn't fall properly. I don't know how to explain it. Where's sun, man? There shouldn't be like sunrise here. I want to take a picture of the plants. And those are, by the way, all the plants that were sort of in the way of the shelters. And that's, let me show you the plants. Whee! So there's 3 of these, and then there's a ton of those. I had to double stack them. I think this one I brought from underground. And this guy already was here. Here's another bug. See the buggy? Boink. Now the buggy is sort of like thumbing itself out of the dirt. I don't know. So where's the what other bug that they want to show off? Oh yeah, the plants, right? They shoot straight through that black soil. If you put a shelter over it and then you walk on the soil, the freaking plant will shoot you like a lot. It's crazy. You haven't seen this. It's a lot that the plant shoots you. It no care. You know, and you need a drill mod. Actually, let's try to go up using the spaceship this time. See, that's also one of the reasons why I didn't make the hole too deep, because I tend to fall I tend to fall into it a lot. So I didn't want the hole too deep. Oh, you piece of... So what? They are all waiting for plastic over here? Yeah, they do wait. One moment, please. And this is what I'm saying. If I just had two auto arms traveling the resources back and forth, they would be able to fix these types of imbalances. These two are normal. This is sort of like the leftover. So there's three more, two more. Let me actually move them out of the way a little bit. Right. Further zoom factor. Yep. And this one too. Yep. And then maybe this one. This is good. Oh, okay, that's good enough. See, that's good enough. The hole is sort of big enough for all of those things. The noise is like, it's, I don't know how to say it, cacophony? Crazy. Double check. Oh, YouTube is like extremely broken today. So I'm on half an hour, but YouTube is saying 10 minutes. So just wait for those ones to finish real quick. Oh, I wanted to also take a picture of the crates down there, so I need to wait. You guys can actually kind of see the inside of it a little bit. There's the doorway. There is the atmospheric condenser. There is the RTG. By the way, you can't take the RTG out. Let me show you. Or the atmospheric condenser. I mean, everyone who built one probably saw, but I just want to demo, right? Like, there's like nothing. And taking out the RTG would also be really cool, but no such luck. So each one of those makes one power, and it also provides oxygen. So the oxygen is really useful because when you deploy the shelters, you don't need to worry about oxygen. And if you go into one of those shelters, you save the game. Now, some people said that you respawn in the last shelter that you entered. I don't know if that's necessarily true. Because I have a rover highway here, right? I have a rover highway here. And oh, the Lunar New Year event is over. No more red lanterns. That is so sad. So you see here I have tethers, right? Why do I have tethers on a driving highway? Well, because I was so clever to put a shelter at the core, all the way down at the core. Because I did an automated research thing, right? There is a sort of like duck-looking object that has 3 research samples. And so I have an auto arm picking them up and putting them into a research chamber, and there's a shelter just to provide 1 power. Doesn't matter how fast it goes, right? You guys can probably see that even now, oh, that might be actually the stuff that I have active there, active over there. What is this? 16, 1.6 million. So we're all done here. Let's take a quick picture of this monstrosity here. Maybe I can do something like this. I don't know what looks good. Maybe like that will be okay. All right. So that's all that I wanted to do today because I need to, it's already like almost 9 o'clock here. So typically what I do is I end the game in the space shuttle, or in the shuttle rather, and I exit the game in that shuttle as well. I'm just worried that there's like bugs in the game where I won't quite come back. There's that. So I stream every day, and I only play on stream. So what I experience is what you guys experience. It's a little bit different, right? I don't highlight positive experiences. I try something out, and you guys see me do it, and you can post in the comments if you have any suggestions. So if you want to get notified when I'm streaming, please subscribe and hit the bell icon. The bell icon will give you those notifications, and then we can play